go.
Absolutely. Well, top tier Guilty Gear Strive action all over, but we have some coming at you right here. Attack Battle. First game coming up is going to be in-game name tier 3 Milia sub, but I know them as Juice going up against Borderlands.
Borderlands, yeah, Borderlands out here with Axel. Milia, it's going to be an interesting one. Gosh, it's always fascinating to see this matchup in particular because Milia is so capable of just being exploded by Axel. You think about like just being able to anti-air pretty handily with, you know, like 5P or even just Rensen mix in general as well too, like just going for upward swings and rainfall, able to kind of control that space that Milia is normally trying to command right in front of Axel. So we'll see how Juice handles this matchup, see how Borderlands does the same.
Here we go, round one. Yeah, you can see Juice trying to navigate, but Borderlands already setting the pace, putting out those hitboxes to just deter Milia from being able to navigate around. Oh my gosh, God, the damage really piling up here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Already almost like working on a perfect even too, but there it goes, already gone.
Yeah, there it is. And I mean, like, this is a kind of like a concept that I illustrate for like a lot of different games, but especially Strive and Milia-centric games. The concept of like the fly versus fly swatter matchup, right? Where it's just like, I guess it's more like a killer bee, right? You got Milia over there flying all around the screen, very deadly, very annoying, and very, very agile. But Axel over there with just like the super long range, like handle, like from the future fly swatter, right? That's just packs a punch.
Yeah, you know, like it doesn't have to be committal, you know, like, hey, you can flip around all you want over there, but I'm gonna stay right over here where it's safe on the ground, jump around all you want, don't care. I can stop time if I need to. But here we go, that blue RC was actually fantastic, stopping time for just a moment to get that extra movement there from Juice.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate Juice wasn't able to find a knockdown there. That was a big opportunity to really catch it, especially since Borderlands doesn't have that burst available, but this big jump in the corner should be alive for some opportunities. Looks like a safe jump setup.
Yep.
Oh!
Does the reverse. Oh, it was good block, okay.
Yeah, had he been anxious there, was able to find those closing hits. Juice tying it up here. Nice counter hit air to air to start it out with.
Yeah, got that neutral. Nice big heavy right there. And already in that corner setup there. Oh boy, Lush Shaker locking it down.
Yeah, it feels like Juice is really kind of finding their stride a little bit here, just kind of weaving in and out of where Borderlands is looking for, whether they're just like doing a little bit more of a grounded approach, calling out the anti-airs and everything.
Yeah, that was actually a really good interrupt there. Close slash. Oh, the blue RC probably was looking for a drift. Doesn't matter. Wait, there was a pickup opportunity. You could have had the shatter.
Oh boy. Oh, gold burst to get Juice off of them. Borderlands has so much meter to work with here. Trying to find an opportunity to use it. Gonna be going for the reversal super. Are we gonna RC cancel this? RC upwards?
Okay. There's another overdrive here once again. Let's force it out. Red RC forces a block from Juice here, and the YRC right back at you. One touch away for Juice to lose it all, but if we finish this combo and we do, Juice taking that first game.
There it is. Yeah, you noted the lack of wall break on the previous combo, but was able to get it on that subsequent combo there, and that's exactly what just needed to take that first round. Here, I got you.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so let's see what we have going on here in game two. You know, Borderlands had a fantastic start in the round one, right? Nearly a perfect. It's really doing exactly what they needed with Axel in terms of covering the screen and everything.
Right.
But yeah, the Juice adaptation was definitely something really shook out there. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Able to turn things around. Nice jump heavy right there as well, too. All right. Already pushed back into the corner. We've seen this before, though. Borderlands is able to, you know, anti-air out, and oh no, you hate to see it. The whiff chain coming right through, and that gives Juice the opportunity to really put on some damage, get that corner carry. Oh, goes for OTG. The setup, actually really good Oki right there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no! Just send it and still able to make it. We take those.
Yes, it's the 100 frame meaty right there. But I'm not gonna lie, I've been hit by that before. You sometimes think it's gonna combo, and then next thing you know, you're just like, oh man, I could have supered.
I could have just done anything to stop. I could have jumped out, let you run on the other side. Oh my goodness, clashed out. Yeah, immediate burst right there. Doesn't want to be pressured in this corner situation. And still, the pressure unrelenting from Juice here.
Ooh,
nice. Okay, yeah, nice. Little pickup, pushing back and forth right there. And again, there's that hair car coming through. We got to get that double jump. And still, Juice sitting right underneath Borderlands, making it a very precarious position so that jump H does not connect.
Yeah, okay, a nice little corner conversion here. Not able to cash in a wall break, but definitely getting the life lead, putting the pressure on Juice here to get something going. But not the proper counter pokes. Juice is maybe just a couple of pokes here from dying, but finds the counter hit to try to change up the tides. RC cancel, is that gonna be it?
Yo, it definitely was. My good, I was gonna wait and see. You know, it's always kind of wait and see when you got Amelia and of course Axel. You know, once that guts gets in, you might be in for, you know, another knockdown situation. And Amelia though, able to clutch it out. Great 2-0 start right now, or 1-1 rather. Excuse me.
Yeah, rough stuff there from Borderlands. I was gonna note that I'm actually impressed by Borderlands' willingness and expertise in fighting out of the corner, right?
Yeah.
They spent a lot of time in that corner, and they're still kind of putting out the hitboxes of fighting those hits. But the whole problem with the situation is that they're in the corner in the first place. And so, like, although they're putting up a good fight, it's not the ideal situation that Borderlands wants to be in. So I think that's going to be a big difference maker in the set. If they're able to find a way to stop getting pushed to the corner and not allowing for Juice's offense to be as fire as it is, because Juice is really been lighting it up right now.
Right, like we were talking about at the beginning of this set, it's definitely going to be about like preemptively controlling that space that Amelia normally wants to fly in here. And this is a great start. Air to airing here with Jump K. Brilliant decisions from Borderlands here. And again, you're not allowed to approach me out of the sky. I'm going to anti-air you or jump up and fight on your terms.
Yeah, I'm liking this for Borderlands. Just the good screen control, stoic type of nature, like trying to keep things in mid-screen as much as possible. We're in the corner now, but look at how much life Juice has lost trying to get there.
Exactly, that's the big thing, right? We already had the ring set up there, caught high. It was a low one for you. Oh my God. Already caught up just like that. It only took one mix in the corner there. Gonna have to burst out of there, save your life, try to take the round, but no, that's a nice little victory right there for Juice if we can get the closeout. And there's the overdrive to wrap things up. Nice.
There it is. Unfortunate for Borderlands there, couldn't find anything off the PRC or even like any type of super or anything to capitalize off that hit, whereas Juice now is sitting mighty pretty here. Still has the burst available, finding this initial hit in the round 2. Borderlands caught in that familiar deja vu territory where they're just under mixed. Juice really feeling it now.
No! Forced you to guess every which way. You know, a 33% chance of being right in that corner situation there, and you got wrong every single time. Borderlands in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about the wall break, right, is that they did reset back to the mid-screen, so you can see Borderlands getting a little bit back to that comfort zone, trying to cover those areas of the screen, but just not a lot of life to gamble with. Notice that they used that burst instantaneously, kind of on their last leg, but just staying as cool, calm, and collected as possible, getting some hits here.
Yep. Oh no, that would have been a big reach right there at the car hit. Yo, the command grab. A clutch round victory right there for Borderlands. My God.
Amazing resiliency, back up against the wall boot, still able to clutch it out. Oh my gosh, I can't believe there was a throw there. And it was a punish? What is happening? They're scrapping.
Yeah, threat the needle. You're gonna get out of there real quick. And once again, that red setting had to watch out for it. Overhead does get blocked. Okay, trying to jump out. We finally got the dash. Good enough to steal the corner right back. TK Batboo coming through, and the lows are coming through.
This has been a dangerous territory here. Okay, yeah. So this is interesting. Another wall break. I was actually seeing if Juice was going to opt to not go for the wall breaks, because this is what was giving Borderlands a chance previously, but Juice just said, all right, if we're going to reset back to the mid-screen, I'll just make sure I'm still on you no matter what. Wall behind you, no, not behind you, doesn't matter, as Juice able to get that game. And is that the set?
No, it's 2-1. It's 2-1 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, Juice is up 2-1. And wow, yeah, even in the mid-screen, right? Like, that's actually a pretty big deal. Able to control the left-right mixes as well and continue to keep Borderlands guessing in that situation as well, too. So that it's a strong start, and you're right, too. Like, being in that corner situation, we want to try to force Milia out of those, you know, those ranges, because at the mid-screen, it was great, especially air-to-airing in that second or third game right there as well, too. interrupting a lot of that offensive approach that started from Juice was definitely a boon for Borderlands game plan at the start. I kind of want to see a little bit more of that, even though, like you said, oh, I guess it did go up 3-0. We weren't updating scores. You were right. You were right. Okay.
No, it was like, so it's funny. So yeah, it was 3-0, but I think that also just speaks to how Borderlands centric that game one felt. Like it did feel like the Borderlands got it, but no, it actually ended up being 3-0.
My bad. I'm sorry, Border. I tried to give you at least one. But you know, if they would have listened to me, you would have been in it one more time.
So true. But yeah, Borderlands down but not out. Just going into that losers bracket side. The Axel looking solid. Yeah, like 8 players here today, and a lot of like definitely a lot of NorCal centric players. Obviously, with it being tag and battle, very like NorCal centric tournament.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do have a Juice moving on to fight That Scrub David, who is definitely not from NorCal, more on the East Coast side of things. An Axel player that's definitely been putting in some work in some online tournaments. Excited to see their performance here.
Yeah, you know what? That's been the beauty of this game in particular. Getting to see, even like for Wednesday night fights, getting to see the coast-to-coast competition still get to play. Like it's such a rare opportunity to see that happen. Because you know, pre-pandemic, you know, like if somebody was happening to travel in the area, that's when you get that competition. Otherwise, it'd be regionals and majors that we'd see that stuff, or you know, online as well. But now the stabilized rollback that code that Guilty Gear has opened the doors wide open for competition here. And Biken might be able to open the doors wide open for stealing a turn with her new parry mechanic, especially think about how Hook is going to work against Mei. Like, you want to talk extreme double-edged sword here? I can't imagine getting bounced off the wall 4 to 10 times, like off of just heavy slash because you got hooked.
Yeah, so as far as commentator bias, this is a really funny match for me because these are both of my mains. And I played this matchup from both angles. Biken brings a very interesting dynamic to this matchup because Perry is actually pretty nutty against Mei. Like, in terms of Totsugeki and just shutting down, like, having a very direct option to shutting down Mei's air game, like, Perry is insane. But, I mean, it's also a matter of if you are parrying recklessly and not utilizing the PRCs to allow for that, and then also if you're doing bad Kabaris, Mei can melt you, and she will. She will not think twice about it. She would just absolutely destroy you.
Oh, yeah, and you're about to get destroyed for this very interesting decision for an overdrive from the sky. A weird angle right there, too. And yeah, you know, this is what you were talking about, too, right? Like, Mei will capitalize on these mistakes. She does hit like a Mack truck coming through at over 100 miles an hour down the highway.
Yes, and we saw pretty much just that. A couple of big counter hits able to get Espada the leading advantage in this game thus far. We are seeing another part of this matchup in terms of like Biken's buttons. Like Biken's mid-range is fantastic. And I mean, although Mei has some fantastic mid-range buttons as well, I feel like Biken can test her quite well, just given the speed and conversion potential of what she's able to dish out.
Yeah, that's a big thing too, right? Especially like the frame trappings that she is capable of as well. Biken on paper is very much like a knowledge check character, right? It's just like, if you aren't aware of how her mechanics actually work, you can get blown up for it. Like, she could definitely take advantage of those situations. And here we go. Oh my God, big counter hit. I mean, it's a great mountain to climb here for Espada, but honestly, Babalu, hold on.
Let's bring out the gas. Okay. Yeah, Espada just trying to navigate around in this neutral game, close some space, living on a prayer in the hell, but yeah, prayer's denied here in the form of that beautiful bike and jump heavy slash. That button is so cool. It's active until she lands. It's like, why?
Brilliant. It's brilliant. You know, it's Link all over again. We're still playing Smash Brothers.
The down air.
Yeah, down there all day. Nice 6P to Tommy Mac coming through. Not able to get the hook that we're looking for here.
Yeah, I'm loving the way Babalu has slowed this down. Like, rather than trying to take the fight to Espada, they're really just kind of being elusive with their movement and sticking out a lot of hitboxes. Whoa!
Hello?
The last thing I expected. What in the world?
Hey, look, if I'm going to go down, you're going down with me. Kaboom!
RC cancels off the Totsugeki. No hit confirmed, but still just maintaining this corner, presenting a missed time meeting there from Espada.
Tommy Matt, and yes, there it is, going out. I think that's the slash right there, right? Because that wasn't hook.
Yes, oh my God. Yeah. That is the slash Kabari there from Babalu, and a game one going to Babalu as well. And again, just like pretty much prime adaptation there. They noticed that scrapping with Espada in the close range was really leading to their demise in terms of the damage that Espada was able to dish out as a result of that. So Babalu was just like, let me just slow it down, play around these beautiful slash normals that Arxis has blessed me with, and this Kabari is just like an absolute amazing tool to control its mid-range and see if Espada can work their way around it. And Espada was having a little bit of a success doing so, trying to mix up the Totsugeki timings, but Babalu staying a little bit too solid this time around.
Oh, wow. Already starting out with that round start. Oh, nice. Dolphin coming through here. All right, so we have SEAL Team 6, and yo, Tatami Mat all day. Mad safe for Babalu right there because it's non-committal. Not putting yourself in harm's way. The Dolphin gets shut down completely. Very interesting interaction here. Hook it up real quick. Grab the Ethernet cable and turn things around against May. Nice jumping.
Oof. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're just seeing a bully session here from... Oh! Oh my god! That is the last... Man. That was unnecessary. That was unnecessary.
You don't need to get caught. I'm still losing it because I hear you got the mod that on every counter hit, I hear you, and I'm like, oh my god.
I forgot about that. Yeah, so the PC strive is a beautiful, beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing, honestly. All right, we got the throw, not a back one, but still has the hook set up here. It's going to be a little interesting. 6P, perfect timing there by Espada, and still pressing buttons. Babalu is, oh my god, like, why?
Ooh.
Still pressing buttons, got blown back into the corner. Doesn't matter. The bravery of Babalu.
Yeah, Babalu just in full control of the matchup here, just showing such Viking knowledge here going into this matchup. That I wouldn't have even thought the parry that May super. I probably would just wait until she landed on like Kabari or something. But like it's just such a good option to use because that super can be a little bit weird to punish. Like she recovers in a very odd spacing, and she actually recovers pretty fast, so your punishment is kind of small. But yeah, Babalu doing some work right now with this Viking.
Yeah, absolutely. Like putting out the stylings here too. Nice late block there on the dust. You know, gets a lot of people 80% of the time. I mean, if we're being honest, statistically speaking, May's dust is practically unblockable.
So true. Oh man, but yeah, I guess what I would like to see from Espada here, it's easier said than done, but you gotta keep the matchup close. Like, oh my god, this is one part of the matchup that could get chaotic. That Kabari, you need to make sure you have full control of it because it leads to crazy conversions. But Babalu fighting right back with the wake up super, evening the life bars.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, you know, we were talking about a little bit at the top of the batch. Once Kabari comes through and hooks up, like, it's going to be nutty. It's that double-edged sword there, the true samurai aesthetic here. Yo, it's not going to work. We're right underneath you.
There it is. Yeah, Espada doing exactly what they need to do. Also, something worth noting, Espada utilizing the 6P. That is a fantastic tool to get around some of Vikin's more mid-screen centric pressure. Because like if they commit to Bari and you have the perfectly timed 6P, you could just not only deter her from doing so, but if you're right, knock her down. That's a very big kind of reward for that.
Yes, absolutely. Especially on that heavy too, right? Like you have plenty of time to kind of just punish that even after the fact, after the first chain hit as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
oh my gosh. Yeah. Loving this from Espada. Oh, got a little bit of results with the jump in there, but not being deterred. So that's quite a nice life lead in Espada right now.
Right. Good first out. See, that's the right one. That's the one we're looking for. Not when they're right underneath you. And look at that. Already turned it around. Has a life lead. Big jump. Heavy slash to close it out.
Alright, Babalu just a round away from being able to run away with this. Espada making the adaptation slowly but surely, but it's now or never. Back up against the wall. I love it. Trying to just stay underneath. Shark underneath his Viking to not allow for those normals to control the space, but Babalu's anti-air is so on point.
Oh my god. You know, I'm pretty confident Babalu's a Smash player at this point. Honestly, we got the down air. We had the hook shot. Babalu plays Link in Smash, guaranteed.
There it is, and with that Z chain grab into the wall break there off the blast zone, Babalu will be able to take it 3-0 over Espada. This pristine Viking play, like honestly, there's really no like complaints like I have about that. I really like the way that they used all of Viking's tools. We saw that clutch parry earlier. There's that one gun blast super that was a little bit not the best considering May was right underneath Babalu, but every time I actually really liked it as like a stop sign tool of like because the gunshot on block causes a guard crash. So like you can see like every time that Babalu utilized that, Espada was, I mean, essentially frozen. Like Espada can't do anything, and so it was just a way of Babalu kind of establishing that they're going to stay in that mid-range control. Very, very solid stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, putting a stop to May's offense is definitely, that's a positive win for everybody involved, except for May. So that's a pretty good opportunity to try to stop it with that fireball, or not the fireball, but the firework rather. And honestly, just the constant engagement from Babalu is actually tremendous in that set. But next up, we do have another match. It's, of course, going to be Juice up against that scrub David. You get a run back against another Axel. You got to go through the Axel gauntlet, Juice.
Basically, yes. No, this is gonna be deja vu here for Juice, but maybe in a little bit of different form. You can see that scrub David control the space decently well, instantly burst as soon as Juice is about to get any momentum. That's something I also do against Milia. Is just like off the first hit, if it's not something burst safe, just get her off of you. Like make her work her way in again.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Especially in that situation too, where that scrub was definitely gonna have corner advantage. I mean, take that all day. Force Milia back into that corner and threaten that shatter. She'll just explode just like the wall will. But side swapped once again. David gonna walk under. Nice stuff with the knockdown even.
Yeah, you can see just David realizing away from that corner, trying to force Juice to work their way back in again, but beautiful off the hop. Finds the throw as well. Juice maybe just makes away from getting this.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, Red RC. Yo, the late disc setup right there. It's still gonna get the low slash as well. First round going to Juice here. Nice dash through, or dash in rather, off the air. And already got that knockdown we're looking for. Crossed up, once again, pick up, burst right away, as soon as possible. And
yeah.
David now has the corner.
I'm loving this kind of switch up here for Juice, right? Because previously, when they fought Borderlands, it was a big emphasis on the quarter Milia pressure, which is actually admittedly a little bit less threatening. She has less options in terms of side swaps and stuff.
Right.
But Juice has been able to dig into a little bit of the mid-screen bag, and that's where Milia is so threatening, because you have to worry about highs, you have to worry about lows, you have to worry about side swaps and everything. Right now, the back in this corner position is trying to find this last 80 bit of damage that they need to take out David. David fighting for life at the moment.
Look at these wonderful FDs, but you can't FD forever, especially when we got throw as an option. And Juice winning that round of rock, paper, scissors right there. First game.
There it is. Yeah, I mean, we previously defined this matchup as like a fly and fly swatter game, but the pacing of this one feels even more like a cat and mouse game, right? Like Juice is definitely on the prowl, trying to keep the matchup close against that scrub David. By all means, David trying to run away, trying to establish that space, and I mean, attempt to cover parts of the screen, but it's even less of that. Most of David's button choices here has been like counter pokes because Juice kept the matchup so close.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and I'm glad you said cat and mouse game, right? Because we literally went coast to coast on these screens here. Left, right, it didn't matter. And still, it was plenty of Juice just chasing David down. And you're right, like preemptively positioning these buttons here, trying to make life miserable for Juice. That's been the game plan for David here. And it's been working out pretty well. It's just, you got to get those closers, right?
Yes, you see Juice trying to manipulate the air mobility as much as possible to just chase down David. But you can see how much David is committed to the runaway game. So much so that we got the negative penalty. Fortunately, they had so much bar, the tension drain did not affect the cash out on this super, and they will be able to get the first game, or round, excuse me.
Yeah, no, and honestly, what a tremendous waiting game there that David played. You know, and in a lot of cases too, you're playing as a rushdown player. The worst thing that rushdown players like to do, or like even set play characters like Milia, is wait. Like, it's nerve-wracking to sit there and have to wait forever or chase down or have to work. You want to be pressing buttons all day, and you're being told, actually, no, you can't. You have to navigate the training mode first.
Yes, basically. I mean, we made Smash Bros. References earlier. This is looking more like Mario Bros. Here at the moment. Maybe like the last level of the last world here in terms of platforming that Juice has to do. But it is just rough. That's good, David. Covering the parts of the screen, getting into a little more of a comfy zone type of round there, as they're going to be firing back with a game of their own.
1-1 apiece. Yeah, the last level of Mario there, or even like the excerpt fireball tutorial. Like, here, jump this real quick for me. Like, okay.
Those tutorials were sick, man. I really like the way they structured the tutorials in Xrd.
they, you know what? If they would have combined Sign and Revelator tutorials, they would have had probably the best tutorial for fighting games out there, or at least like air dasher games, like no doubt.
I'm inclined to agree. Man, so what? I mean, the question is like, what is the adaptation here for Juice? Like, I was actually thinking that like they're getting anti-air and air out of the skies here quite a bit, and maybe like taking to the ground game. But just off the initial part of this round, David started covering the ground preemptively, so it's just like,
right. But you've been forced to make that choice, right? And now you're countering your opponent's play because you're in your opponent's head. It's like, okay, likely I've made your life miserable in the sky, so your next decision is to come at me on the ground. I'm just going to change it up right there. And clearly it paid off for David tenfold here. And now it's going to be, that's that bug in your head, right? You're just sitting there thinking like, wait a minute, no. You were focused on the air for so long, and that's the mental stack you got to deal with now in this set. Do you change up your positioning or like approach, or risk sticking to your game plan you had previously? My God, it's not looking good. David with the pickup. Locked up first.
Oh my gosh, just absolutely impeccable gameplay there from David. That round was just case in point of the comfort zone that they were getting off of that last round of game 2, just carrying that momentum straight into this game 3. And they like it just feels like they can't be wrong. They have the full read of how Juice is wanting to approach, whether it be on the air or on the ground, covering those spaces so well, and then having also a great recognition of when Juice is going to stay patient and then just hitting him with the command throw immediately.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, in like you said, if you're in Juice's shoes, what do you do? How do you make this adjustment here? And even if you're mixing, it's honestly like you're thinking about like your dash blocking as well on the ground. Because look at this, we're still getting domed. The jump, look at the airspace is wide open. We've not been air to air yet. Anti-air is already committed to covering the ground, so maybe that is your next option.
Yeah, it's so rough here for Juice, right? Because like it's hard to kind of make those decisions against Axel when he does get into this flow, because you want to cover space, but you want to do it safely, but you also don't want to do it too safely, because then you're not going to cover much ground at all. And it's just like, what do I do? It feels like the end of the world.
Yeah, exactly. And us sitting here watching outside it, not under the pressure of trying to actually perform the inputs and make the decision on the fly, we have that moment of pause. Sitting, oh, well, see, this is what you're missing here. And that's the great thing about rewatching replays, folks. If you have the VOD available, check out the replay, take notes on your play and what you could have done perhaps, or even change things up. But this one here is definitely going to be a tough nut to crack. Red RC, YRC right back at you, tries to get the space.
Yeah, that has to be frustrating for Juice, right? That was the first point of like big offense mix that they were able to get for like the past 4 rounds or so. Went for the TK Bad Moon and David was ready. Like, I actually blocked it.
God. Oh, tried to wrap it up right there. That should have been it. And there it is. That Scrub David taking it 3-1 over Juice.
Yeah, just very, very good gameplay there from David.
Yeah.
Like, it just really felt like in the latter half of that matchup, they had just found a comfort zone that worked. It was just, like, really in the zone of, like, figuring out where Juice was going to go. Again, there was a big point of possibly a turning point where Juice found a way in, was trying to establish a mix-up immediately. That Bad Moon is, like, not reactable. But David just knew. It was just like, he's going to try to find the turning point right here with the Bad Moon and get his momentum started. I'm not allowing for it. So, amazing defense, amazing neutral control, and amazing offense, and good stuff that's from David as they move on into winners finals. Going to be fighting up against Babaloo.
Yeah, and you know what? Hats off to Juice as well in that matchup. You saw the gears turning. It wasn't like Juice was outplayed today, but I mean, like, the gears were turning, and you know, like, you saw the realization over time of like how to navigate this, and even right there in that final round, like, yeah, after the YRC had come through and after the potential to have initial offense, Juice was trying to navigate the left and right, but also that caution of like, okay, I know the range in which they're reacting to with David is giving a lot of trouble. So how do I make this approach? And it'll be interesting to see that rematch or run back potentially. I'm sure notes were definitely taken for this one. It's a tough matchup to get it on, especially when you're caught between a rock and a hard place in a matchup like that.
Yes, no doubt about that. But I am looking forward to the winners finals later down the line. That's good, David and Babaloo. Funny enough, I was playing some matches with David right before tag and battle. We were running the Axel and Bike matchup. So,
oh my God,
it's gonna be interesting seeing that kind of come to fruition a bit later. For now, we are gonna be jumping into a losers quarterfinals match to determine the last entrant for top 4. Joining that group, David, Babaloo, and Juice, it will be Espada or Tasty Beginnings with May versus Giovanna.
Oh, nice. This is an interesting matchup here, especially with the changes to how Totsugeki works now. Now that you can kind of low profile that as, or like your 6P a little more consistently now. 2K is going to be a great option for Giovanna as well, 2S especially. So we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. It's funny you mentioned that because even pre-patch, in my experience, this has been a matchup that I've always hated because Giovanna has very surprisingly good anti-Totsugeki tools. Like,
yes, she does.
5K is like a super great non-committal counterproc option that's just like, if you're trying to approach her, she just like puts you like right in your tracks. And like that DP as well is super, super good. So,
yes.
Yeah, Giovanna is something else.
Giovanna has definitely had like a great button spread too, and I think the only help that she really needed was the universal mechanical changes that they've made, like as far as how Gatlings work in the air and how she could really utilize the tools of roaming canceling as well. And look here, we're about to see that routing workout in Tasty Beginnings' favor out here in the YRC. Gonna get the wet throw punish here, the Chicago punish from Tasty.
Oh man, yeah, I think off that, something interesting there. I think Tasty purposefully did not break the wall off that wall carry conversion because they wanted to keep the pressure going. I actually really like that decision.
Yeah, because Lord knows, you'll put Mei back in neutral after a shatter. What's she gonna do? Just Totsugeki, guaranteed.
Totsugeki, we're back at round start, baby. Let's go.
Guaranteed.
Oh man, 6P, but can you
wow.
get the 2 and follow? Oh my god, the whip punish with the airborne dive kick super there from Giovanna. What a clutch decision there from Tasty.
Absolutely. Don't you forget it. Giovanna players have that anti-air tech right there. Unless if you time it right, then good lord, it's a nightmare. But yeah, no, like being able to contest with Totsugeki with some of the faster buttons they gave, like second fastest character, going up against both Soul and Chip having the fastest buttons. Giovanna is out here to interrupt a lot of the stuff that Mei normally gets away with, especially disjointed hurt boxes though. That's like the struggle for this matchup if Mei can get those rolling. And Tasty Beginnings is not letting that happen right now.
Yeah, not at all. You can see Espada trying to fish for some hits in a couple of different ways with JD, but just blown up there off that Giovanna reversal DP yet again. Gonna be taking game 1 and really just doing a fantastic job of like dictating the pace of this matchup. Like you see how comfy Tasty is in terms of going in and out, getting the pressure going, but then also when they get the life lead, just sitting on it, seeing how Espada's going to try to approach, and then meeting them with some type of counterplay, whether it be like meeting their landing or stuffing out Totsugekis. It's been really, really good textbook stuff.
Yeah, really good call out right there. The kind of dash out, wait for Espada to make that mistake. And God, like the instantaneous like pressure from just dash up DP. Oh no, got caught in the free trap. Oh, and not going to go for the hard knock. I'll try to go for the 2-on-4. Probably wanted the splatter there.
Yeah, Espada first to burst really early here. Did not have a counter to that red up DP there, unfortunately. A lot of damage left on the table.
Ooh, okay. There we go. Yes. Very few people are actually reacting to drill. I'm glad to see that happen more and more. That drill, 6P it, or even just hit the startup. Like, don't be afraid.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say there's a comfy position for Espada to be in, finally having Tasty in the corner, but it was really short-lived as Tasty immediately finds a way out, recognizing the danger that lies ahead.
Dash up DP, tried to get the pickup a little bit too far, but doesn't matter. Close slash.
Tasty Beginnings. Cool, calm and collected over here. Espada still trying to find a way to work their way in.
Wow, jump back, heavy slash. Oh my goodness, Giovanna's buttons, blessed be.
Yeah, you can see Espada trying to utilize a little bit of FD to push Giovanna out. That is a good idea to use. It's just like, unfortunately, Espada hasn't gotten enough like offensive momentum going to have enough tension in the first place. It's just like, it's really kind of coming back to a bite them a bit. Have burst available, but when do you use it?
Yeah, you're at a point. Gold burst, you better make it count. Dash up DP for days up here. Tasty Beginnings up 2-0 right now. And yeah, you're right. Like, you're playing into that Giovanna gameplay. You're spending FD. Great. I'm going to make you waste all of it right now by continuing this block string. I'm not going to react to that. I'm not going to try to dash up throw. Let me force you to waste that. And you're out of options. You don't have your reversal potential on knockdown anymore. You have to hold these buttons. And Espada definitely needs to start building up that tension. Again, easier said than done. But there are counters to some of this play. You know, we did see the anti-air on the flip kick from Giovanna. That's great. Also start checking with like your disjointed hitboxes. That'll go do wonders in this matchup, honestly.
Even you took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, no, that's actually exactly what I was thinking. Like, it feels like Espada has been trying to play the game a lot with specials and trying to like play around Giovanna, whereas like this is really just Tasty's been playing. You gotta use your normals. Like you need like 5S, 2S, and things of that sort to try to win the ground game bit.
Absolutely. YRC right at you. The 6P to get the soft knockdown. There we go. Big jump in, but not able to get the conversion. Doesn't matter. Good air to air. Look at this life lead. Recognizing the dash up DPs. Wait a minute. Espada waking up. You're caught the backdash into death.
Yes, beautiful stuff. And the way that party got started in the first place was just the utilization of the grounded normals, right? Almost exactly what we're talking about. It seems like Espada recognized it too. Just putting a little bit of a different flow on the match, but not committing to like Totsugekis and beach balls, and just trying to contest her in that ground game.
Yeah, especially too when you start recognizing that Tasty Beginnings was noticing that quite often in the first 2 games. It's like, okay, cool. You're going to put these out there. And if you're not going to learn that I'm just going to blow these up for you trying them, then I'll just keep doing it.
Yes, indeed. But right now, Tasty locked and loaded with mad meter, but Espada, I mean, if they're able to get some corner positioning here, really has a lot to work with in terms of screen positioning. Tasty going to be supering out of there, and whoa, my gosh!
Immediate cancel. That was on the right. What the heck?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times in that scenario with the Giovanna Super RC cancel, you expect like a strike throw situation, right? If they're gonna like jump up air throw or jump up button, but like that DP at that trajectory, like I would have gotten hit. Like I had no idea what side that even hit on. Like
that's one thing. That's one thing. It wasn't even DP. It was just flip kick. The DP input was there, but you got the opposite side input for it. So it's just like you still hit. That's crazy. Like you shouldn't have, but you did. Oh God, that sucks. That is so unfortunate. You were right, but also just ready. You know, mad plus the close slash there. And that's a 3-0 for Tasty Beginnings with the funky Giovanna. My goodness.
Yeah, I'm loving it there. Tasty Beginnings putting on a hurtin' with that Giovanna. Just playing, definitely had answers for me, right? As far as like what game plan they needed in order to stop May's approach. Espada was showing definitely some signs of figuring it out and using a little bit more of the buttons and everything to try to contest Giovanna, but Tasty just had ran away with it a little bit too much by that point. But good stuff to Espada. We'll be finishing 5th here, and we've been set up for that loser semis and top 4. Tasty Beginnings juicing the loser side.
Look, I have to admit, as a Giovanna player, that was like day 1 stuff that we learned. How to stuff May. Because my God, everybody was getting upset about that Totsugeki. I said, there's got to be something. And sure enough, we found some things in that lab. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were talking earlier about like just the kind of growth and evolution of this game over time. Yes. It feels like it's been forever, but it's actually been over like a time span around 8 months. And May is a really interesting character to put under the microscope of like previously in the beginning parts of the Strive was just like, this character's busted. Like there's some people that think like she's the best in the game and things of that sort. But even before they did like the 6P changes and all, people were slowly but surely figuring out ways around her game plan of like, okay, Totsugeki counterplay can go like this. This is how you can like contest her air buttons and just how to, you know, give and think about her risk reward situation when you're like blocking of like what can blow you up and what can't and everything. And so like now with people making those adaptations and the changes that have happened, May is like a character that's still absolutely strong and can't destroy you, but you know, people have figured things out just like in that 8-month time frame.
Yeah, the growth for sure was tremendous, especially too like considering this is a Guilty Gear game, and you know us Guilty Gear veterans that have been playing throughout the series are pretty used to the fact that like, look, if something's in this game, it's probably going to be there for quite some time. So the fact that we've seen these patches come as fast as they have has been like a real blessing, honestly, because we were all prepped and ready to just deal with May as is, and one slight change later, and then here we go. We got a whole new game, a whole new roster filling out top 8s. So it's been tremendous here, and you know what? Biking in this top 4 is actually really cool to see, and a couple axles even. So here we go. That's Scrub David, and Babaloo, winners finals.
Yes, absolutely. Now, in the matches that I was able to run with David, the thing I immediately recognized is this position right here. Of course, like when, oh my gosh, reversal super second hit.
Yeah.
Already all out.
Went for that overhead, and it was a little bit too late to go for the meaty. Yeah, not stopping time there. Tatami Matt coming out, good, avoiding that command grab.
Yeah, this is exactly the range that you want to be at, because actually Baiken does have some pretty neat buttons to throw out and contest the Axel in that mid-range where she is advantageous. It's that situation right there where you're at full screen where it's a bit rough. Like, you have to be a little bit crafty with your movement, very, very patient, and it can kind of wear on you over time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, we were talking about earlier, too, when Juice was going up against Axel. You're a rush down player. You want to press those buttons. You're a set play player. You want to press them, and you're being forced to have to slowly make your way in, but still get chipped away at over time. Like, it is exhausting. It's taxing for sure. Axel bomber carry to this corner here and gets the shatter.
Man, such an unfortunate way that punish happened. Oh my gosh! Just wait, there was oh man, just reversal gunshot off the wall break, and I recognized off that hit had potential for a combo. I think Babaloo was hoping for the close slash, ended up getting a far slash, so couldn't get quite a lot of dip on that chip, but that's good. David gonna be able to take the game one there, despite the chaos.
Yeah, you know what? We heard the scream. It's just like, she's got a gun! That was all we needed.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love that they just gave Baiken a gun. Like,
I mean,
one of my favorite new things.
Baiken's such a crazy character when you think about the history of Guilty Gear, because she's been different every single game. Like, she's always had the constant of like Tatami Mat. Like, that's always been the thing. But like, she had a different mechanic in Plus R. She has a different mechanic in Exerd. And here, now she's, instead of a cannon, a dragon cannon, which is what she had in Exerd, now she's got just a gun to shoot you with. And it's like, what? You've always had these guns and cannons, but now you have it on demand with meter.
I love it. I love the shooting style that Baiken can implement, but going into a little bit of a different shooting style here is Babaloo on this Ramlethal pick. Yep. And I feel it. Just in that situation we were talking about where you're at full screen against Axel and not having like any options with Baiken and having to be really patient. Ramlethal on the other end of the spectrum has some things that she can throw out there, contest Axel a little bit better, but still needs to be at that mid-range to really get things popping, and definitely let's get Axel in the corner.
Yeah, look at David here, just in complete control. Like, Babaloo having the darndest time trying to figure out how to make this forward approach, and David's not making it easy by any means. I mean, and keeping it simple, not overextending, just tapping away. Like, here's my 5P. Go on, hold this Ren Sen. You jump in, nah, stay over there. Yeah, there we go, that first sword throw.
Yeah, it's great play from David. Although the Ramlethal pick does give you access to a little bit more range, a little bit more options, there is still solving for X in terms of approaching David that Babaloo needs to figure out right now. But so far, so good in this round. Has David in the corner, the Ramlethal win condition at play here.
Yes, okay, there we go. We got it. Gonna get that shatter.
Oh, that was a missed bottle for sure. Wait, no way. Wait, how was Babaloo in the corner? What happened?
The worst, but no!
Oh my god.
Okay, all right, cleaned up.
I feel like this is the onslaught of decisions from Babaloo. Just like, no, my game! I need to get my game! Like, Motor Bottle RC, anything, getting my game back, because that was definitely a missed Motor Bottle input on that wall break, but...
Yes, absolutely. I apologize, Babaloo, for cursing you there. You were supposed to win with that combo, and I'm sorry, I ruined it. I'll cease to talk about your combos ever again. My god, counter hit. All right. Oh, snuck in a command grab right there. Not gonna RC there, just gonna let it rock. Full screen situation. We're gonna try to stop time. All it takes is just a sneeze and doesn't need it. Perfect.
Yes, and I mean, we've seen this Datsgrub David flow of momentum in the past of when they are just on fire with the mid-range screen control, not allowing for their opponents to get in, cycling in and out of the offense. And yeah, just like that, even with the Ramlethal pick, unfortunately, Babaloo wasn't able to have it equate to a win. We saw some signs of life in that game too. Really was able to bring the fight to David, but David just in that round 3 was just saying, all right, I recognize what you're trying to do here in terms of like your 2S, because 2S was a big like starter there for Babaloo multiple times, and David just played around it perfectly.
Yeah, David's like preemptive game plan in these matches so far has been absolutely tremendous in locking down a lot of just like, I don't think anybody that's gone up against David has been able to play their game longer than game 1. Like, or round 1 at best. Like, it's absolutely terrifying. And then it's what do you do after that? You came in with a set plan, and David just smothers the flames out of that. Right,
yeah, the David mindset is just like, once the win condition happened, like, man, that sucks. Let's never be in that situation again. Like,
I don't want to deal with this. I paid $60 to play. Nice corner situation. YRC trying to get out from David here. And this is actually ideal win conditions right now for Babalu, and we do take it this time.
Beautiful. Okay. Significant round there for Babalu. That's like one of the most like Ramlethal-centric rounds that Babalu's been able to get, but also one of the most like dominant rounds of players been able to get against David thus far, I feel.
Okay, already got the full screen situation there. Good. Jump out of the command grab. Great recognition.
Oh my gosh, David, how does he do it? Like, off of that beautiful round that Babalu was able to get Ramlethal, David is just completely mixed up. He's like, nah, it never happened. I'm still in my zone, dude. Like, what do you think this is? Like,
like, hello? I play Axel. Like, come on. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize Axel was that top tier. My bad.
Just bad for controlling the space. It's like, once again, Babalu thought they solved for X previously, but now Y has presented itself as an option that they need to solve for. That's because David. Oh my gosh, this is a big drop.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, no,
what? Still able to pick it up even.
Oh,
still
boy.
Continuing pressure. Great jump in, but Babalu gonna get knocked down. Jumps over the command grab. At least we're moving. We're not asleep at the wheel. Babalu got the counter hit, waited for burst. Just spend it. Spend it. Don't act like burst isn't there. There you go. Look at that. And for that, you're basically caught up. You just see one more counter hit. You will get a burst off of it. No!
Oh no! Yeah, it was not a little bit misjudged trajectory there off that jump slash, leaving themselves vulnerable on the ground. That's what David firing with reversal throw on the landing, and we'll be able to take it 3-0 over Babalu. A heartbreaker there because Babalu was starting to go blow for blow with David. Like, they were really kind of going back and forth on the adaptation. Babalu cashed in that huge wall combo that led to the positive meter bonus, but Babalu just couldn't find the finishing touches on that round in order to bring it all together.
Yeah, really, really unfortunate there. And you know what? I do like the switch to Ramlethal. I think that was the stronger pick, especially like just having to deal with some of that long range situations. I mean, think about if we had the resources to kind of just throw out sword PRC to use that as a wall and kind of bait things out. I think that would have been a tremendous option as well to use. We'll see how if Babalu gets that run back attempt against that scrub David, as Babalu will be sitting in that losers finals. But we do have the losers semi coming up here. Tasty Beginnings coming back with Giovanna. Juice making it back out here too.
Yes, this is going to be the fight for top 3, Giovanna versus Amelia Rage. Two, rushdown demons that, in terms of, like, archetypes. But I'm interested to see how Tasty Beginning kind of approaches this matchup, because we saw a little bit of, like, a control type of play style from Tasty Beginning when they previously faced the Spada. I wonder if it's going to be that same mindset against Juice, but I'm already being proven wrong. We're just coming out swinging here in the round 1.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know what? You don't give Milia the chance. Don't let Milia have any opportunity to get any sort of set play on you, especially when you don't have like your true reversal without meter, you know. So you definitely don't want to get knocked down. You don't want to have to be forced to guess. The 5K dash up. All right, nice OTG. Clash it out. Emilia's faster, unfortunately, on the next hit.
Oh my gosh, yeah, beautiful defense here from Tasty thus far, not getting mixed up by any of those RC cancels. And we were set back to neutral. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful dash up anti-air. Okay.
We got a couple dashes. Here we go.
Yeah, wall break, positive meter bonus, but yeah, Juice just needs that final hit in order to seal it out. Won't even need the tension in order to do so, and takes that game 1, or round 1, excuse me.
Okay, close slash right there already. Just waiting, giving you the opportunity to try to make a move, and that's not the move we were looking for. Zips right on out. Juice. Oh, gonna get scooped. OTG again. We saw that control in that last round too, and still Juice ended up making it out here, but that risk gauge cranked up. Tons of damage on the way. Close slash.
Yeah.
We'll get the kill.
I kind of see the ideology of how Tasty was constructing pressure. Like, they initially kept it super conservative. They know that Millia has access to a lot of mobility to escape out of the corner, no less. So Tasty was purposely leaving gaps to see what Juice was doing on block. Like, is Juice immediately trying to escape, or are they going to hold some pressure? As soon as they saw that Juice was on the patient side, they're like, okay, next time I get in there, I'm firing away with all of the normals. We're going to crank up that risk gauge, and we're going to make it equate to a round.
Yeah, absolutely. YRC tries to get out, the flip kick just to keep it positive. Okay. No, got caught. Where's the defense? We saw that first round right there. TK Babu coming through and still able to get the oopsie daisy combo. Juice. Close it out.
Yeah, Juice in that familiar territory. Post wall break, positive meter bonus. Just maybe needs a hit or two in order to make this happen. Has attention available. Oh my gosh! Super zippy overhead that Tasty somehow blocked, but blocked was not enough. Subsequent pressure to follow there from Juice that does make contact and able to get that game one. Round one. Game one? I can't.
Yeah, you were only able to block because you cheated. That's how. Anyways. No.
Oh, man. But yeah, that is an interesting thing about like the wall break there for Millia. We talked about that earlier, that you know, you kind of reset into the neutral, but Juice was able to, you know, put out the hitbox to stay elusive and not allow for Giovanna to get started. And eventually, you know, thanks to the positive meter bonus, had some toys to play with in terms of that tension gauge, and just allowed her to zippity zoopity across, you know, air car into RC into that overhead to get the party started. And yeah, just based off of that positioning and the momentum, you know, there's an onslaught of options you have to worry about there, right? Strike throw, bad move, lows, and everything. So pretty good closer to that round.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you got to throw out the thing that your opponent suspects the least, and that'll definitely catch you off guard for sure. We'll see how this opening starts here. Honestly, what a turnaround against Gio, though. Like, really trying to maintain that pressure. Has to try to make the chase, get the knockdown. Nice jump heavy slash, my God.
Oh boy, double air dash into the heavy slash, getting the wall break again. Juice, beautiful momentum here this time around for the round one.
Jump in there, both having to take a moment, reset the situation, because I think they got lost a little bit right there. Yo, get crossed up disc and the perfect.
Oh yeah, definitely ideal Millia round there for Juice as they go into this game too. And yeah, we're just seeing Tasty. I mean, as I said, I was interested to see how Tasty would approach this matchup this time around. If they're gonna go for more of the control play style or take the fight to Millia. At first, it seemed like they were gonna come out swinging, but now they're just kind of on the defensive. And yeah, they have to dip back to that ideology of get started before she does, because man.
Exactly. Like, yeah, it's really tough to, you know, you can't let Millia try to get started, because look at the onslaught that you have to deal with. You're blocking so much. You're not using, oh dear, the great buttons that Giovanna has at her disposal to really kind of challenge this pressure. Just hold on the block, try to find the opening. DP not going to come through. Nice knockdown from Juice. Okay, honestly, the blocks are there, right? But you can't win if you're blocking the entire time. We got to try to get some of these challenges in. And you know what? It's really terrifying, because look at the speed at which Juice has been just constantly mixing Tasty beginnings. I'm surprised that Tasty is focused on, like, is actually being as successful as they are blocking like this. I mean, and clearly that's where Tasty's mental stack is right there in that moment. It's just, I have to block and cannot get opened up at all. And that removes the brain functionality to think about, like, oh wait, let me jab this out at 5K, or even just like backdash some of these situations. We've punished enough. Nice. Dust.
Yeah, we see a little bit more of an offensive approach there from Tasty in the round start, but unfortunately did not equate to much. You know, we're looking for possibly some knockdowns or just a way for Giovanna to get her pressure started, so we can see a little bit more offense and get off of the defense.
There's our close slash, another double dash. Watch the ankles. Side swap, great throw from Juice here. Tries to get the reversal super, but it's a safe jump. No, it's not. I was wrong. There was a button in there.
Whoa, what an air throw to find, of all things, on Millia. Is that going to hit the reverse hitbox?
Yeah. Okay, so we got the opposite side here. And one touch will do it. Literally anything. Yep, jump K will work out.
All right, Tasty actually taken to the skies to meet Milia, which all things considered can actually be a little bit of a risky thing. Like, Milia's air presence is so good. She has that jump slash, is super active and starts up pretty fast. And she's just a hard character to just straight up predict where she's gonna go. But Tasty did a fantastic job of it in that round 1.
Right, it's almost as though we're taking notes from that Scrub David set, right, of meeting in the air with Juice and throwing out air-to-air buttons in the neutral to kind of shut things down. But look at the life lead already. Jab it out. Like to see the 5P.
Okay, RC cancel off the axe kick. Not a ton of damage, but oh my gosh, that was a big opportunity to make Milia pay off that blocked YRC. Only meeting with the throw, but yeah, you can see Tasty trying to keep that corner. Oh my gosh, what is happening? BRC back and forth.
That was so unfortunate. The throw attempt started right there, but because we were caught in BRC, it was not going to come out fast enough to get the scoop.
Yeah, I would have wished to see a little bit more aggression there from Tasty, because you can tell that they used the burst purposely to keep Juice in the corner, but they kind of backed off right after it rather than going for any pressure to keep Juice locked down.
Uh-oh. Yep, and already got this corner. Going to get the shatter. Can spend the meter and will. Hard knockdown city.
Yeah, I mean, Milia's hard knockdown setup off the wall break isn't amazing. Gets thrown out of the meaty attempt. But yeah, right back in that situation where she is getting the positive meter gain. Juice finds himself in that situation quite a bit, actually, where they get the wall break. They only need a hit or so to kill you, but they have the positive meter regain going. That is not necessarily a factor for damage, but just for a factor of mix up and how they're able to approach you. And yeah, Juice is capitalized on that win condition constantly. They will be doing so again as they is that the set? Can't quite remember.
Yeah, that was the set. That was 3-0 for Juice right there. So that means that Juice will be going up against Babalu in this losers final.
Very cool, very cool. Yeah, so Milia versus Biken, 2 players that were on opposite ends of the bracket, so they're meeting for the first time right here. And I'm really interested to see how this one goes, because we saw the potential Ramnathal pick that Babalu dipped into for Atchka David's Axel. Ramnathal actually could be a pretty good pick against Milia as well, but I mean, in terms of the Biken Milia matchup, Biken has that right there. That jump slash is a beautiful space control tool, and her mid range is fantastic. But yeah, it'll definitely be a matter of what is going on. What am I watching? The Kabari just ring around the rosy going on.
It's Smash Bros. My God, jump heavy slash, get that burst. Wants to control that corner. Nice pickup off the empty low. No gun this time, just all blade.
Yeah, I had the presence of mind to challenge there with the reversal super on the Juice Milia Oki, and just jump heavy slash. Or the link down there, as we've been calling it, all the way down.
It's literally the link down, my God. Okay, nice jump slash right there.
I'm loving the buttons Babalu's putting out there, just really putting out the hitboxes of where Juice wants to go and making it really tough for Juice to even be in the skies. I love it.
Yeah, and you know what? That's exactly where Milia wants to be. Oh my God, you got caught. PRC not able to get the full extension. Crossed up. Let's try to get this carry. At the ring set up, caught high, and Biken in trouble.
Yeah, resetting back to the mid-screen though is a little bit risky, because this is definitely the spacing where Babalu has felt the most comfortable. Is this, those and granted, Milia does have some setups that she could perfectly do to go for wall slump to maintain corner positioning. It could be valuable in a matchup like this, unless you have a little bit of a game plan of what you're gonna do on the post wall break, because definitely where Babalu has been succeeding has been in those mid-range games of just throwing out the jump slashes and throwing out the crouch slashes, the 5 slashes, and even the JDs. And Yozansen is a fantastic tool to just cover an entire hitbox around you where Milia could possibly be. So
yeah, and especially too, Babalu has been using Yozansen only when they have meter, really. At least able to cancel it, make it safer, even just get the easy Tiger Knee Yozansen conversion.
Yeah, so see how Juice navigates around this now. Starting out strong, getting a burst instantaneously from Babalu from the initial hit. Carrying over that ideology of if Milia gets started, just instantly burst to make her work for it again.
Burst right back at you. The jump heavy slash will come through. And Juice has that opportunity. Got the double high. Oh my god.
All right, cashing in for the wall break. But we don't super this time around, so we at least have a knockdown. Oh my god, too early on the throw there for Juice.
Yeah, you hate to see it, and that's the opportunity Babalu is going to be looking for there.
Oh my gosh, just the gunshot and oh my.
Yo, that was 360 no scope guaranteed.
Beautiful stuff there. What a snipe there from Babalu.
It really was. Slid right on into that bullet. Now we got the OTG set up. Close slash. Gonna get the anti-air pickup. Happening right through.
Okay, yeah, RC cancel, try to keep the pressure going. Unfortunately, not really getting much off of the corner, but oh my goodness, magnet hands. Are you kidding me? She was nowhere near the air throw. What do you mean?
She dashed in. She totally was dashing in. Come on now. Just Daisuke's vision. Daisuke's vision. Always remind you. Daisuke's vision.
So true, so true. RC cancel here for Babalu to catch in a little bit more damage. Oh, reversal BRC, but Babalu jump back.
Okay, this is terrifying. Yo, Zadson does pick up right there, backside. Oh my god, this is nerve-wracking. Both players. Juice cannot be touched. It gets caught. Oh my god, it's 2-0 right now. Babalu taking the lead in this losers finals.
Yeah, good steady approach on the closing moments of that round there. Just Babalu saying, all right, the jump button game to deter Milia's approach has been working out great for me. I just need one of these, so I'm not going to get overzealous and try to pressure her or try to get in or Kabari or anything. I'm just going to stick with what's been working, jump slashes, JDs, Yozansen, and eventually maybe she'll run into something, and that's exactly what happened there. Juice might need to find a way to cover ground space a bit better because Babalu has been pretty airborne, right? So if Juice is able to find a way to just shark under Biken and keep the match a little bit closer, I think they'll see a lot more success.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you see them actually kind of going for it right here, right now. Just running up with these close flashes, recognizing the gaps.
No, you're not allowed to jump. I don't want you to jump. Oh, jeez, big counter hit. Yeah, burst right away, tries to maintain that quarter control. Holding, yep, there's your punish opportunity right there. Went for the heavy.
Wall
perfect situation, yeah. This is gonna work out well for Juice here until a gun comes through, steals the turn.
Oh my god, the PRC throw bait? I think that's what that was. Couldn't get a big capitalization off of it. In fact, this is a dangerous position to be in. Kabari in the corner against Biken. Do not want to get hit, and Babalu just keeping up the pressure.
Oh my god. All right, Babalu, match point here. Okay, good jump, heavy slash, able to get you close. There's your punish opportunity, but a little bit too far, so it'd be tough for Milia to reach out there. And again, does connect this time. Can't 6P that, but it's the gamble.
Yeah, and I think it was a gamble that Juice was not willing to take. The risk was actually cranked pretty high on that conversion. They took a lot of damage for that. So much so that they've got not a magic pixel, but the next hit win scenario here for Babalu. And you see how Babalu's gonna play it. They're like, burst, get me out of this corner position. I'm gonna play the little concise game. Can you contest my air game? And Juice saying, yeah, I'll just keep approaching from the ground. That's what worked for me last time. Opportunity burst.
You saw the parry right there. That risked it all for you. Could have just kept it simple. Unfortunately, goes for an RC instead of just another overdrive right there to shatter things out. That could have been the game victory right there for, or the round victory for Juice. And now you're in a really bad situation. Has to play perfectly. Gets the low.
Okay, Juice putting me at the edge of my seat here, but making it happen. Oh my gosh, started the round dash to get through the slash. That was... What a call! That hasn't been a constant option for Babalu at all.
Oh my god. Okay, so we're all hooked up. Ethernet cable is it's the LAN party. The Halo LAN party is started. Yep.
Man, oh man. I mean, it's looking like fiber here because everything is pristine here for Babalu. They just need one more hit. Oh,
heavy.
That was unfortunate. Just this PRC thing down there coming at you. What do you do?
Just, my god. Babalu is getting ridiculous mileage out of that jump heavy. It's absurd how consistent that button is for Babalu right now. And honestly, making it look like a top tier button. Unfortunate that Juice goes down here at 3rd place, but tremendous work from Juice in this bracket here. Babalu gonna get that run back against that scrub David. And looks like we're sticking with Biken here in this grand finals. Also, take this opportunity. Don't forget that Matcherino. Be sure to click on it. Use those codes in there. Get some free money into the pot.
Absolutely. I believe there's a $50 pot bonus for this tournament, so that is going to be awarded to the top players here. But I mean, if you want to make sure that, you know, just sweeten the pot just a little bit more, if you like what you see here, definitely be sure to support Tag and Battle. Always hooking it up to great anime-centric tournaments, offline or online, wherever it may be. Right now, we have the grand finals for Tag and Battle. Babalu, that's up David the run back. That's up David sitting pretty in winner's side. It'll be interesting to see Babalu's approach here. They were definitely struggling with the Bike and Axel matchup previously, but I think they're just filling it, you know, off the loser's run, doing it with Bike, and he's just like, yeah, I'll figure it out this time around. You know, I'm not gonna, you know, deter that momentum, go back to Ramathal. I'm just gonna tough it out.
Yeah, you know, it's very interesting to start that Babalu is starting this with Biken. I would have sworn this was going to be a Ramathal start here, try to close it out, but Babalu committed to making this character work in this matchup to Tommy Matzer out here. Nice catch.
Yeah, there was a very interesting burst from David in the latter sequences there. It didn't quite pan out. Actually making this comeback really doable for Babalu. Like, they find the corner, that positive meter bonus. Any hit can do it. Like,
well, jump heavy slash is too powerful. I'm pretty sure there's an unblockable property on there. You just can't block jump heavy from Biken.
Whoa, no, not that!
Jeez.
Every
special
player
coming
just
through.
wants one thing, man. The round start full charge. No, not another one! No, make him stop!
Don't you dare do it again. I swear to God, if David did it a 3rd time, I'd lose it. You'd have to uninstall at that point. But you know what? Actually, this never happened. I was never a Guilty Gear player.
Oh my gosh, and in terms of like mind games here, that has to feel rough if you're Babalu at the moment after having such a pretty tight round 1 to go into round 2 and just be like, I just ate 2 full charge dust for like 80% of my health. Like, the dichotomy of emotions there is so extreme that I don't know if I'd be able to emotionally handle it if I was in Babalu's position.
Babalu got babazooled.
just a bit.
Bamboozled. Oh my God. All right, that round didn't happen, right? We're striking that from the record. That was a hand warm up.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Babalu, you do have to put a round and game like that just out of sight, out of mind, and just come in cool, calm, and collected, because you know you're on loser side. You got to get the run back here against David. And as I was saying earlier, this is a matchup that is not undoable, but it does require a lot of patience. Like, when you have your opportunities where you're in and you're in the mid screen, you contest Axel. It's great. Biken has the tools to really kind of melt Axel down, but you know, unless you're able to play perfectly, Axel is going to put you in those positions where you're out of range for your specials or you're out of range for your buttons. And from there, it's just, you know, slowly but surely navigating, going in, dash blocking and things of that sort, finding opportunities for air dashes, and just playing a little bit of the slow game.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And that's the nice thing about Guilty Gear Strive is that every matchup is a doable matchup in this game. It's just the amount of work you have to put into it, unfortunately. And yeah, this one is looking tough here for Biken. Still committing to the Biken pick from Babalu. And already 50% gone. Like that, nothing has really happened since the round started, and yet you're almost dead.
Yeah, and I mean, Babalu actually committing to the burst here in what seems to be super dire territory. I mean, they haven't really had a significant kind of adaptation to the neutral game that's what they've been able to implement. So it's a burst that unfortunately goes into an invaluable territory, as that's what they gets the perfect. No, make them stop. No more of that.
Please, don't you dare. Like, But it's crazy, right? You didn't like try to hit a button, didn't try nothing. You just let that rock. Said, nah, I ain't even risking it. I'm not gonna get caught on the highlight reel.
Oh my gosh, reversal gold first timing here for David. Able to get a very nice conversion available because of it.
Oh, doesn't finish it up, but the whirlwind will actually pick up a nice little soft knockdown for that scrub. Gets the throw. One more interaction will do it. What's it going to be? A throw to close out game 2 in grand finals here.
Yeah, and I've been like constantly mentioning comfort zone for that scrub, David. I think we're just seeing the full fruition of it right now because although this is a comfort zone for that scrub, David, it's really different from what we've seen. Like usually the comfort from that scrub, David, is when we see him get in the zone and they're just covering all parts of the screen. It looks impossible for the opponent to get in and things of that sort. But like David has like found such a comfort level in this grand final that they're actually taking the fight to Babalu. Like they're letting those full charge dust fly. They're doing run up throws. Like they're just kind of going all over the place. But Babalu making the switch to May. Interesting.
And look, I know you're not supposed to really go by levels in this game, but there's only 61 levels on this May, and unless if you're a PS4 player playing this May, I can't really attest to how much practice Babalu has on May. The Ramlethal, sure, Babalu played base as day one though, coming from Juice. Okay, interesting. So let's see how this works out for Babalu. That scrub David already taking a grip of damage here. So definitely a massive change between this and the last round here. Oh dear, but some things never change.
Yeah, I mean, May is one that's able to do it. As soon as you're able to catch Axel slipping and cover that ground, he is just a mix away from melting, right?
Right.
But it doesn't change the ideology of the matchup. It's still when you're in this territory at full screen and having to figure out a way in, you still have to take it slow. Like, she doesn't really have amazing air mobility until she gets kind of stuffed out. So David just sticking with what works. Got to be a round away from taking tag in battle.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God, great 6P right there. All right, that's go. David getting knocked out, got the stagger.
Okay, you see Babalu getting the pressure going, you know, recognizing off the knockdown, this is my chance to get some type of offense, but just couldn't make anything equate into a hit, just some risk gauge, a little bit of chip. That's what David saying, I'll take that willingly if we reset back to neutral.
Oh, yeah, I got a couple slashes though. That scrub David got the command grab, able to stop time here. Burst bait! Oh my God, it is over. That scrub David 3-0 over Babalu again, but taking it this time. All the marbles, grand finals. That scrub David taking first, Babalu in second, and Juice in third. Tasty Beginnings taking fourth.